Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Somebody Should Have Told Me podcast. I am your host, Miss Majesty Dennis. And today is a different tone for me, one that I've not had with you guys. I have just finished doing the ugly cry, okay? Today is Wednesday, November 6th. Yesterday was Tuesday, November 5th, which is Election Day in the United States of America. I know that I have some listeners from other parts in the world that tune into the podcast. And I just wanted to, document this day. Whew. And I have so much to say, but then at the same time, I am at a loss for words. So last night I was at an election watch party with some professional organizations that I am a part of. And I chose not to watch the news until it was time to really count. So the party started at 6. I didn't get there until 7:30 or so. And when I walked into the door, they had, of course, the news up on the big, gigantic screen. And the electoral votes were like Kamala Harris 20 to Donald Trump 105. But there was still a lot of counting left to do. So everyone was like, there's still so many more. We still got the blue states on the West Coast, and then the swing states. And just as the night went on, the gap did not close enough. Unfortunately, if you're listening to this, as I'm sure you have heard by now, Kamala Harris did not win the 2024 presidential election. And she was, got into the race literally like with 107 days ago. So she did not have much time, but I believe that she was amazingly qualified, for the role and for the position. And I was just so excited when they just even announced that she was running, that I am such an optimist, you guys, that plan B never even crosses my mind. Like, I never even thought, what would I do if Kamala didn't win, until Sunday. And then on Sunday, this past Sunday, I started getting butterflies in my stomach, just like, what would happen if she didn't win? I assumed that everyone had sense, okay? I assumed that people would want our country to be represented with dignity, with class, with tact, and with decorum. And that assumption, unfortunately, was incorrect. I unapologetically was rooting for Kamala Harris. I do not think that the way that Donald Trump has handled the presidential office is appropriate, like nationwide and abroad. I do not think that he is the right person to represent us on a global scale. And I think even further, what has happened with this election is not only did he win the presidency, so he's a Republican president, but the Republicans won both the Senate and the House, which, if you're not familiar, you need, agreement from both the Senate and the House and the president to get certain laws passed. And then, not only that, the last time that the president was in office, Donald Trump was in office, he stacked the Supreme Court. So those are lifetime appointments. And if I'm not mistaken, he still has one or two judges that he can appoint to the Supreme Court. So literally moving forward for the next 4 years, whatever Republicans say goes. Like, Project 2025 is on go. It's a done deal. They will meet no resistance with that. And it is just so disheartening. And I think I am in disbelief because for me, um, Kamala Harris is so worthy, so qualified, so educated, so poised. She possesses so much tact, class. She is respectable. She's beautiful. She is pretty. She is articulate. What more could you ask from the a black woman presidential candidate? She is literally everything. And for me, I never even stopped to take a second to think that other people might not be able to see that. And above all, Kamala Harris is so worthy. She is integral. I am not saying that she is perfect, but I believe that she is qualified. She had the experience, the resume. And so it breaks my heart to see a woman like Kamala Harris not get the fullness of what she really is worthy of. It has been disheartening to see the conversation around her, and the things that people have said, but at the same time, I admire the way that she has stood up to the fight. And I just can't believe it. I'm going to be taking at least today to sit in my feelings. You know, it took me a minute to get up. Like, I got up, woke up, I was up a little late last night, you know, trying to watch the news and everything. It took me a minute. I got up, got my shower, tried to put myself together, and as soon as I got my shower and got dressed, I literally laid back down. um my body has just felt heavy today. uh, and I still don't even know that I have the right words. This is not good. You know, I always trust in God, but I am making space for myself to feel all of my feelings, and I hope that you do the same. She actually just did her concession speech, and even in that, it was just so um honorable the way that she had to like buck up and do this and respectfully concede. I do feel like it's been odd because it's like, when have we ever seen an election where a party gets everything, their House, their Senate, um, and their president and the Supreme Court? We're not haven't even talked about that the effects of what Donald Trump did in his last term are still in effect. I I don't know if there is a right thing to say right now, so I won't try to find um, the perfect words. I was watching Kamala Harris speak when she was at Howard doing the concession speech today. And it was when she turned and walked away. And she was, she and her husband were doing the waves. And I was just like, that's just it. Like, we just walk away. Like, I mean, I know that the fight still continues, as she was saying in her speech, but just feeling like this is done. Um, just seeing a Black woman who carried herself so well, even throughout these past 4 years. She was relatable. I mean, she did everything right. And to see her not get her just due is so disappointing. Um, so I did the ugly cry like I can feel coming on now. So maybe I'm not done crying it all out. Ooh. I know I just need I need a chocolate chip cookie and a Diet Coke. I need a hot Epsom salt bubble bath. and a hair appointment. So I hope you guys take care of yourself the best that you can. I know I will. I'm gonna feel my feels. And we'll be back with another episode. All right. That's it.